Welcome back inside the film room, everybody. As always, I'm Corey Cannon, and as you can tell by the thumbnail, we are talking about Texas Tech defensive tackle Lee Hunter. Lee Hunter has come into the end of the season here with a little bit of top 50 buzz. Jordan Reed from ESPN has him in his top 50. In this game against the BYU in the Big 12 championship game, had 2 stop tackles, 1 pressure. So we're going to check it out and kind of see what's going on here in this game. From the broadcast view, it looked like he was pretty disruptive really early on. So, going to be looking out for that. We're going to keep an eye on his profile as a whole, and I'm going to write up this game into his scouting report as we talk through this, as I've done on these other Inside the Film Rooms. So, I'm going to stop talking. Let's roll with Texas Tech defensive tackle Lee Hunter. Again, he's number 2 right here, big man in the middle. 3 Tech in this case, but more 4I than 3 Tech, but you get it. All right, just a little RPO. Now he's at nose over the center here. It's a pass rusher. Not a whole lot of juice. It's a little veer play action as well, run action. So again, down in distance, we're talking second 9. He's going to read step on this. It looks like he's read stepping. So when you see a guy like, well, why doesn't he have any pass rush juice? Look at the down and distance, man. He has to play run. He has to be sound to his fit first and foremost, unless it's an obvious passing situation. It's not in this case, so he doesn't really have the chance to really fire out, and he doesn't really have the chance to turn into a pass rusher until the ball's already out of the quarterback's hand here. First and 10. I like how he fires off the ball. Pad level's real low. It's a good first step. Fire off the ball low. Bop, bop. I will say, hoping for a little bit more dynamite in his hands than I'm seeing so far. Like, this is going to have to punch that center, and I don't see a big punch. But he is slippery and gets off that block. Again, could just be that the center doesn't have any grip strength. But Hunter gets off the block, makes the play. Down a distance again. First and 10. Okay. There's a good job anchoring a double. Again, he does kind of get popped a little bit right there, but watch the feet, watch the hips. He's not displaced from his gap. So what that does is that stalls 75 then from climbing up on time. And again, Jacob Rodriguez just makes a heck of a play here, but good job anchoring that double. Tough move right there. Again, I'm not taking any notes 3 or 4 plays into this game. I want to see stuff 2, 3, 4 times where I see it becomes a consistent thing on his tape. All right, down a distance, 3rd and 3. All right, you'd expect maybe for him to fire out, and they could run it. But as soon as that back motion's out, you can now say I can pin my ears back. I'd love to see a little more from a pass rushing perspective than this. He's trying to control that outside hand, it looks like. But not a real pass rush plan, not a real pass rush move, just kind of stacked up. I like his first step off the ball. Like his first step off the ball. All right. Now he's over the right guard and center. Shaded right there. Again, he's not getting moved by double teams. 2 dudes get hands on him there. Nothing going on. Now, the motor here, I mean, he's stalled out. The play is mid-play, and he's pretty stalled out. You don't love to see that. Like, his feet stop moving right here. The ball is in the quarterback's hand. I think he thought the play was over there. And number 13 getting tackled. But still. Let's keep those legs moving, big boy, until we hear a whistle. Not on the field. There he is. Big number 2. And this is on 3rd and 1. So we're going to see a nice little short yardage situation here. He fires off hot, man. Look at this first step. Bang. He's off the ball. And he's right over the ball, so that's a good benefit. But you still like to see guys firing off like this. Bang. Those defensive tackles blow that up. I think they give it to him, but yeah, they do. But I like the pad level, and I like the first step. He fires off the ball clean, man. He's not overly explosive. Like, I haven't seen him speed converted to power. I haven't seen him work through the chest yet. Haven't really seen anything in terms of hand usage here as a pass rusher. But again, we're still in the first drive of the game here. Is he out the field or yeah, he's out the field. All right, back on right here. Shaded between the center and the left guard. There we go. Arm over. Again, fire off the ball hot. He's got a great first step. Little arm over. Pop him in the back. Wrap him up. So I've mentioned the first step a bunch of times already, so firing off the ball hot. Hunter times snap counts at a high level and possesses a dynamite first step for a man of his size. There we go. We'll roll with that. Keep it moving here. All right, read stepping. Yeah, again, what are we doing here? BYU's pulling all the stops out. I've seen a million fake reverses already. Like, probably 3 of them, at least 2. Reverse to fake reverse. When your quarterback wears 47, these are the kind of tendency breakers you got to run. Again, look at the run defense here. Stout. And look at him shuck. 64. He takes the duo block from 75. Again, he's got the little knee drop technique going here. So we'll pause it right here. You can see the knee drop technique. Where this knee is at a right angle right here. To help him leverage into the ground, anchor into the ground here. And boy, does he ever anchor into the ground here. And then the strong hands here. The upper body strength here to throw the right guard off here. With one knee in the ground as well. So this is all upper body. All upper body here. He's anchoring with his lower half, and he's tossing with his upper half simultaneously. That's pretty nice. So play strength section, I've already seen it happen twice now, where he's anchoring doubles easily. Hunter is a tough dude to move off the ball. He absorbs down blocks without budging and flashes a knee drop technique to really to anchor into his gap. To firmly anchor into his gap. Bang. All right. I'm trying to look at the ankle flexion here. He's playing a little bit outside of his frame. I wouldn't say he's overly flexible, but if I can get it to a good stop here. There's a lot of it's muddy at best. That's a good ankle. You can see his hips are kind of flexed inward. Can't really see his ankles, but he's able to that foot's planted out here and that shoulder's in here, so he's playing outside of his frame a little bit right here. Now he can't really turn and corner here. That's the ultimate sign of some ankle flexion here, right? Or hip flexibility as well. Can he cut that corner? Not really. But again, he's a huge dude. Huge dude. What's he listed at? Let's go peek at that real fast. Lee Hunter. Lee Hunter is listed at 6'4", 330. So big dude. Big dude indeed. All right. Look at that. There's some speed to power. Bah. Watch him just take that center back 4 yards into the backfield. Blow that thing up. Fires out low. Pad level's nice, man. His pad level's nice. Which is symptomatic of knee bend. So he's got some knee bend there. But I mean, look at him fire out. Speed to power straight through the chest. I mean, that center's 4 yards off the ball. 3-4 yards off the ball there. And Hunter's in the backfield. Hunter shows the explosiveness to convert speed to power and collapse pockets when he gets into the chest of the man across from him. Beautiful. Beautiful. It's an explosive player. Again, we're looking at that first step that I've already mentioned a bunch. Fires out low, convert speed to power, drive him into the backfield. Beautiful. Beautiful. Again, this is just a quick screen, so but what you can see is how quickly can he move laterally, and I would say he's not overly laterally quick. Again, I'm not going to overanalyze this one clip on it, but that's ability to. I mean, this is just. I have no idea what's happening here with all of the linemen crow hopping into the same stance. It's a counter, but you should probably block number 2. Now, what I will say for his hips here, watch him here, bop. Watch that outside leg is going to swing in first, and he's going to reduce surface area. So again, I've done this on some other ones. If you're standing facing a camera straight up, you look like this, right? This is your body. Here's your head. Here's your body. That's you straight up at the camera. If you turn to like a profile picture, like a side profile, and you're looking at a camera, this is what you look like. You can see your head, and then your body's just kind of a straight line. Like, that's the profile you get. Rushing the passer, being slippery along the interior is the same thing here. If Lee Hunter attacks a blocker straight up, he's attacking him with a wider target for the blocker to hit. If he swivels his hips like he does here, fires through the gap, that outside leg first, his chest is not exposed. Left tackle's onto his back. Again, he's giving him that profile shot, right? That profile shot here. So good job reducing surface area, which is some hip fluidity there. Some hip fluidity to be able to knife through like that. Flip his hips through. Again, dude, 330 pounds. So you take what you get with the guy that size, and that's good stuff. There he is again. Again, the first step. Stay to the hip pocket of the run action. And then plant that foot, get to the quarterback. Lee Hunter's linearly explosive. Pretty explosive. Pretty explosive. Oh, wait. He's on the edge here. Coming over the right tackle. And they blew it dead. All right. Again, arm over. It's a screen, so doesn't necessarily hurt to get worked like that from that right guard's perspective. But look at Lee Hunter, man. Recognizes the screen, gets out and goes. Look at that explosive. Look at that. That's pretty explosive, man. Look at how he closes the gap here. He doesn't make the tackle, but the big dude's moving. Sticks his foot in the ground, explodes off that back foot. He's moving. With green grass in front of him,